All right, man. Fair use in your caboose bone, man. Hey, man. To all social media platforms. All right. Fair use in your caboose. We're going to watch a real quick clip from Marco Polo. Yeah, I mean, and then we're just going to follow up with a couple things. And this is the direction we're going to head in our investigation. Make sure you're surfing the wave on YouTube. Make sure you're right here surfing the wave. IG, keep checking in. Make sure you're surfing the wave because we're about to go in. We're going to continue our Prester John series. We on part 52. We've done 52 parts of this Prester John investigation. So let's get it. Let's get it to number 60. Rest in power for the real one. Neighborhood Nick, man. We're going to do Prester John, Priest King, all the way up to part 60 for the real one, man. So let's go, man. We're going to start right here. Fair use in your caboose, man. Matter of fact, man. Hold on, man. Look, man. Fair use, all right? Fair use, man. Section 107 provides the statutory framework for determining whether something is a fair use and identifies certain types of uses such as criticism, comment. All right, we're going to do some criticizing, some commenting, some news reporting, some teaching, some scholarship, some research. All right, all this is covered, man. So we're watching this clip just for that. We don't monetize any of our platforms. Let's go. All right, so watch this clip and let's get some drop on the Priest King, Prester John.
So tell me now, how in the vast wastelands of heathenism did you find Jesus Christ?
To tell that story, I'd have to share my sins.
Well, let this be your confession.
Temptation was my burden.
What kind of temptation?
Of the flesh.
Well, it's not a sin unless you follow through on it.
I did, many times.
Yeah. I cannot grant you absolution until you speak your transgressions.
I do not seek pardon. Were it not for those sins, I never would have met him.
Uh-oh.
I could no longer control my yearnings. So I cast myself in the desert, knowing that I had no time left on this earth. He appeared, blanketed me in the shade. He made me rise, and though we walked for weeks, I never thirsted, nor did I feel hunger. He filled me with salvation. All is not lost.
You've met the fabled Prester John.
Uh-oh. So you remember that. Maybe y'all ain't seen it. Go back and get this. This is season 2, episode 4. All right. So you've met Prester John. Now, why are they breaking them up? Why are they bringing them up in Marco Polo, and why have we been investigating? Let's go. We talking about our ancestor. Let's go.
Yes, we've all heard the stories. Descended from the Magi, cast shadows in the night, resides by the river of heaven, which imparts everlasting life.
He's cunning. He's merciless. The hand of God. His vast army sweeps undetected across the land, leveling faithless villages and cities. He exterminates.
Prester John is nothing but merciful, Your Holiness. He offers mankind the opportunity to open their hearts to Christ.
Died your own damn hijack. We know we're talking King David, and we're talking Hebrew Israelites who's bringing you back to the water, back to the Creator. They're hijacking their Christianity like they always do, because they were looking for Prester John for how many years? You know, remember that Portuguese monument? In memory of the seafarers looking for Prester John. Look at the years, 1145 to 1645. And we said, who do you look for 500 years, man? And what did he say? Oh, he lives by the river. You get that eternal life and all that. Then he starts bringing his Christianity into it, right? One more time, let's get that piece.
Nor did I feel hunger. He filled me with salvation.
Salvation.
All is not lost.
You've met the fabled Prester John.
Yes, we've all heard the stories. Descended from the Magi, cast shadows in the night, resides by the river of heaven, which imparts everlasting life.
He's cunning. He's merciless. The hand of God. His vast army sweeps undetected across the land, leveling faithless villages and cities. He exterminates.
Prester John is nothing but merciful, Your Holiness. He offers mankind the opportunity to open their hearts to Christ.
Wow.
And what if their hearts remain shuttered?
Well, and that's the finest example of his mercy. He returns them to the warm embrace of their Maker.
Bang.
You knew of this?
I wanted you to hear it yourself.
Our crusaders have long prayed to meet him and his army. I've sent emissaries in search of him.
Everybody's looking.
Never returned.
Everybody's
He reveals
looking.
himself to the needy, but only when he sees fit to do so.
You were chosen to do God's work.
And only he knows
Everybody's looking, right? Everybody's looking, right? I mean, they're telling you to your face.
of their Maker.
You knew of this?
I wanted you to hear it yourself.
Our crusaders have long prayed to meet him and his army. I've sent emissaries in search of him.
They're in search of Prester John. In memory of the seafarers, they said nobody ever returns. All right, let's get it, man. Let's see, man. How long do I got? Okay. This is going to be the greatest dismount of all time. All right. First of all, it's the greatest world myth you probably never heard of. Prester John is probably the greatest myth in history. It's said that we don't remember. It is a bit like Atlantis. So they compare the Prester John investigation to looking for Atlantis. That's how serious it is. Even the popes talked about Prester John and even wrote him. The Crusades tried to reach out to him. The Crusades were all about finding the priest king. Finding the who? We keep saying, did a black man discover the fountain of youth? They're asking you, did a black man discover the fountain of youth? Prester John, who got the fountain of youth. All right, we got that link. Best dismount of all time. Let's go. Lost Tribes and Promised Lands. Let's go, man. Let's go. We're on chapter 10, page 120. They're talking about the legend of Prester John. He, too, was like a living symbol of the demystification of the East, ending like the legend of Prester John in the Abyssinian dust. With that legend, for the time being, went all hope of a noble image of the Negro to counter the one that's coming with growing force out of West Africa, because they're changing our image, because we are the Khan, the priesthood, and we have no more nobility walking around to remind us that. So with all hope of Prester John, going into the demystification, into the Abyssinian dust, went the noble image of the Negro. The who? The Negro, my naga. All right? Because we're just talking about the Straits of Anion. This is a British map in the British Museum in the 1500s has placed Prester John and his neighbors not far from Mexico. And we saw this map before, man. And you see Prester John. This is North America. That's Mexico. India Superior. Yeah, this is the Superior India. This is in the British Museum, people. We're talking Marco Polo, and Prester John's right here in the four corners, right? We're talking Udall. Huh? Let's go, man. We're talking India Superior. India Superior is North America. Let's go. We're talking the races of man. Who's the American, the Copper Indians, the true Americans? Were the lost tribes of Israel who fled here on rafts headed by Prester John. The Copper Indians are the tribes of Israel following Prester John, man. And you are the American because you are the Dracan. Remember, you are the American because you are the Dracan. You are the copper color races found here, my naga. You are the last dragon, man. And King David, I shall raise up David their king in his goodness in the latter days. My servant David shall be one shepherd, whom I will raise up for them, man. We're just talking the priest king. We're just talking Prester John. And we just been surfing the wave. Shalom.